We already know a lot about punctuating sentences. Let's review our understanding before applying it to a longer passage. Capital letters are used at the start of sentences, with proper nouns, and when writing the personal pronoun I. Full stops are used at the end of sentences, but they may be turned into commas when punctuating direct speech. Question marks end sentences and are used at the end of questions. With direct speech, question marks go before the closing inverted comma, whereas when using reported speech or indirect speech, the question mark is left out. Let's now apply this understanding to a longer passage of text. Since it's missing punctuation, including full stops, it may not make sense at first. Excitedly, Ben caught the train to London. "How long until we arrive?" he repeatedly quizzed Sally, annoyed. She asked if he was ever going to be quiet. I'm sure that'll make more sense as we read it more slowly. But let's start by thinking about how many missing capital letters, full stops and question marks there are. Well, there are 6 capital letters to add, 3 full stops and 1 question mark. Okay, let's read it again, this time more slowly, and we'll listen out for possible breaks in the sentences. Excitedly, Ben caught the train to London. "How long until we arrive?" he repeatedly quizzed Sally. Annoyed, she asked if he was ever going to be quiet. Well, it sounds to me like there are going to be 3 sentences. So let's add a full stop here, here, and of course at the end, here. We can now add the capital letters. We know we'll need them at the start of the sentences. So that's a capital E here, a capital H here, and a capital A here. We also know we need capitals on any proper nouns. So that's a capital B on Ben, a capital L for London, and a capital S for Sally. So that's 6 capitals, so we've found them all. Brilliant. Now let's look at the question marks. We're told there's 1 to add, but it looks like 2 questions were asked. Ben asked, "How long until we arrive?" And Sally asked if he was ever going to be quiet. Well, actually, only one of these questions needs a question mark. It's the first one, since this is direct speech and it's telling us exactly what Ben asked. We'll add the question mark here, before the closing inverted comma. Sally's question was written as indirect or reported speech, so we haven't actually written her question. We've just reported that she asked a question, so no question mark is needed. Take care when adding lots of punctuation to longer passages. It can be easy to miss something off. Be sure to read your final answer back to yourself, checking to make sure all the necessary punctuation has been included.